Long before Olympus rose above the clouds, before thunder belonged to Zeus, before mortals named the stars, there was only darkness. Not emptiness. Darkness. Ancient. Endless. Alive. And somewhere within that infinite black silence, something was whispering. The gods buried those whispers long ago. Temples were destroyed to erase them. Ancient scrolls vanished beneath sacred fires. Even the oldest priests feared speaking the name connected to them. But according to forgotten myths, whispered only after midnight. There was once a goddess who heard those voices before creation itself began. Her name was Nyx, and even the gods feared what she remembered. Before the first sunrise touched the heavens, before oceans learned the shape of their shores, before destiny itself had chosen a path, Nyx already existed. Born from primordial chaos, she moved silently through the endless void while creation still slept unborn around her. There were no stars then, no moon, no kingdoms, no life, only darkness stretching forever in every direction. But Nyx was never afraid of the dark, because she soon discovered something terrifying. The darkness was listening. At first the whispers came softly, like distant echoes drifting through eternity. Strange voices moved through the endless void around her, speaking in languages older than the gods themselves. Nyx wandered through the silent abyss for ages, hearing fragments of terrible secrets hidden within the blackness. The end already sleeps within the beginning. The gods will one day fear the sky they rule. The stars are chains. Those whispers followed her endlessly. And slowly, Nyx realized they did not belong to the darkness. They belonged to something buried beneath it. Then creation began. Light erupted across the void. Stars ignited like wounds in the sky. The ancient titans rose from the foundations of existence. And eventually the Olympian gods claimed dominion over the heavens. But even as the world awakened, Nyx never forgot the whispers. Each night, when daylight retreated and shadows reclaimed the earth, the voices returned stronger than before. And wherever Nyx walked, the stars themselves seemed to dim. Mortals feared her instinctively. Animals fell silent beneath her passing. Even dreams changed when primordial night deepened across the world. For Nyx was not merely the goddess of night. She was the keeper of everything the darkness remembered. As centuries passed, Nyx withdrew far beyond Olympus into forgotten regions where moonlight rarely touched the earth. There, hidden between endless mountains of black stone, stood an ancient temple carved before human civilization had even begun. No flames burned within its halls. No prayers echoed there. Only whispers. The walls themselves seemed alive with murmured voices carried through the darkness. Ancient symbols covered the stone, symbols older than Olympus itself. And deep beneath the temple, Nyx guarded something the gods had sworn must never awaken. A secret hidden inside the first night. The Olympians feared speaking of it, especially Zeus. For among all divine beings, only Nyx remembered what existed before creation brought order to the cosmos. She remembered the ancient presence hidden within primordial darkness, a formless intelligence older than fate itself. Something that had watched creation begin, something that still whispered from beneath reality every night. And according to Nyx, the stars were never created merely to illuminate the heavens. They were created to imprison that ancient darkness forever. One night, while storms consumed the skies above Greece and temples trembled beneath thunder, Zeus himself descended into Nyx's forgotten sanctuary. The king of Olympus rarely entered the domain of primordial beings. But this night, fear had brought him there. Nyx stood silently within the black halls while shadows moved around her like living smoke. Her silver eyes reflected neither anger nor surprise, only exhaustion, for she already knew why Zeus had come. The whispers are growing louder, Zeus said quietly. At once, the darkness beneath the temple seemed to pulse. The walls trembled, and from somewhere far below the earth came a sound unlike anything mortal ears were meant to hear. A whisper vast enough to shake the soul itself. Nyx closed her eyes. It remembers the world again, she whispered. For centuries, Nyx had concealed the truth from gods and mortals alike. The ancient force beneath creation had once attempted to consume existence before the stars were born. Chaos itself had nearly collapsed beneath its hunger. Only primordial night had imprisoned it. Only Nyx had remained behind to guard the prison alone. That was the burden she had carried since the beginning of time. Not ruler of darkness, warden of it. Zeus demanded the prison remain sealed forever. But Nyx had begun to understand something terrifying. The prison was weakening. Humanity's endless wars, greed, hatred, and fear had slowly strengthened the ancient whispers sleeping beneath reality. Every act of cruelty fed the darkness. Every broken soul gave it voice. And now, after ages of silence, it was beginning to wake. That night, Nyx ascended alone beyond the highest peaks of the world, while storms devoured the heavens around her. Below her, mortal cities flickered like fragile candles against the endless dark. Above her, the stars trembled, and for the first time since creation, the primordial whispers spoke clearly. "We remember you, daughter of chaos. Open the night. Let the world return to silence." The sky itself seemed to crack. Across the earth, mortals awoke screaming from nightmares they could not explain. Oceans churned violently against their shores. Temple fires died without reason. Even the Olympians felt fear, because the darkness behind creation had begun looking back at the world. But Nyx did not kneel before it. For though she had been born from primordial darkness, she had spent eternity protecting existence from it, and standing beneath the trembling heavens. She finally spoke the words the universe itself had waited ages to hear. No, the stars erupted with blinding light. Night itself roared across the heavens like an endless storm, and the whispers screamed. No mortal knows what truly happened afterward. Some legends claim Nyx sealed the darkness once more beyond the edge of creation itself. Others believe a fragment of it still survives within every shadow on Earth. But according to the oldest forgotten myths, there are moments, deep after midnight, when all sound suddenly vanishes from the world. No wind, no insects, no movement, only silence. And in that terrible silence, some swear they hear whispers moving softly through the dark, not searching for mortals, searching for Nyx. Even now, thousands of years later, ancient travelers speak of strange ruins hidden beneath moonless mountains where stars disappear from the sky entirely. They say the darkness feels unnaturally deep there, alive, watching, waiting. And according to forbidden legends whispered only by dying priests, the goddess of night still walks those silent halls alone, guarding the prison beneath creation while the rest of the world sleeps unaware. Perhaps that is why even today, humanity instinctively fears the deepest darkness, because somewhere beyond the reach of moonlight, something ancient still remembers the world, and Nyx is still standing between it and us. And if you enjoyed descending into the forgotten shadows of ancient mythology, then leave a like beneath the video, share this story with fellow seekers of hidden legends, and subscribe to continue exploring the darkest mysteries ever whispered through human history. Because some myths were never meant to be forgotten, and some whispers still survive in the night.